Hey, this is Matt once again. Welcome back to another video. This is a paid request this time from Phil. Thank you so much for that. And for those interested in requesting any type of videos, feel free to send it either directly to my PayPal or join my Patreon. Both links are down below in the info box. There'll be a topic, reaction, commentary, video game playthrough, review, re-review, what have you. And this is for Amityville 4, The Evil Escapes, which, to be honest, I know there's a lot of Amityville sequels, and most of them I've never seen. I've seen the first one, bits of the second, the remake. I think I saw Dollhouse once, but I don't remember a single thing about it. That's pretty much it until now with this. I haven't seen 3, I haven't seen Curse, I haven't seen 1992, all that jazz. And then, don't even get me started on all the films that just have Amityville in the title. There's like 40 of them at least. But this, I guess, was a TV movie, and it's directed by Sandor Stern. He actually wrote the film too, and he had written the original, The Amityville Horror, which I do like the original film. The second one was there, but the first one I do like. The remake I was not a fan of. But, so the guy who wrote the first movie, he wrote and directed this one. I guess the third film came out in 3D. I don't know how much money it made or not. I do know that at the end of that film, the house explodes. So I don't know if this is just ignoring that movie, or we're supposed to assume that the house just rebuilt itself. I don't know. I can only assume it's just ignoring the third movie. So it starts with a bunch of priests. They exercise the thing as if they're a SWAT team. It was kind of a funny idea, a SWAT team of priests. But instead of guns, they have their crosses. And they're going to exorcise the demons in the Amityville. And you get all the typical, you get the flies, you get the swinging doors, you get the lamps that are throwing themselves, hitting, chairs hitting priests. And you get this weird lamp. And the evil, you see the evil physically go into the lamp because you see like the wire, the plug-in, and there's something that's in the wire, and the wire like right into the lamp. I'm like, okay. It's funny that it could just possess it. It literally had to go through the cord in order to possess it. So I don't know if demons need to follow, I guess, a different type of logic. I don't know, but sure, why not? Kind of a neat effect. And that's the thing with this film. It's goofy, it's silly. I did have some fun with it, I must admit. I wouldn't say I love the film, but it had enough goofy, silly moments that I had a decent enough time. And the adult cast, I did not mind. I thought they were fine. The kids, not so much, but the adults, for the most part, I liked what they did. And like I say, it's goofy, it's silly, but there was some fun to be had in this. Maybe in a bad way, but still fun. Now, after they supposedly exorcised the demons, for some reason, automatically there's a yard sale. I don't know how that works. I mean, yeah, there's furniture in here, but I don't know if the bank would own it. I don't know if someone else would own it, but apparently you just, whoever just, I just take all the stuff. But also, you think there'd be some kind of auction? No, it's just a yard sale. I mean, I don't know. I mean, and one of them is this lamp. Now, the lamp, like I say, it's a very weird looking lamp. It's like it's a lamp, but it's like an anorexic tree. So, I'm going to call it Ally McBeal. Imagine Ally McBeal, but with a ping pong head. And the light bulb. So, during this woman decides to buy the Alamobile, but she cuts her finger, which later is rotting, But before that, she buys it because she's going to send it to her sister way across the way, I think California. While she sends that, again, her finger is rotting. Then later on, she gets in the hospital and dies of her wounds. I think like tetanus or something. Meanwhile, that Batmobile has been sent to California to her sisters as a joke gift. And her sister is Jane Wyatt. And I'm like, gosh, she looks familiar. She was Spock's mom on Star Trek. She was in Star Trek 4. She was in some episodes of the original TV show. I'm like, oh, I recognize her. Jane Wyatt, of course. Now, while that happens, Jane Wyatt's daughter and her kids decided to move in. Her daughter is the lead, Patty Duke. And she has 3 kids, a son and 2 daughters. And her husband recently died. It's a hard time for her to support her and the kids, so lives with the mom. Her and the mom have a little bit of friction. Not too over the top, but a little bit there. And I thought Patty Duke did a pretty decent job. I mean, you get called in to do a 4th Amityville film, and there's times where she's given decent moments of emotion. Well, like her kid is, and sorry about the background noise stuff going on outside, but like her kid is being affected by this, and she's trying to comfort her and this stuff here. So yeah, it's I'll get back so you don't have to hear that noise. Be right back. All right, where was I? Now that they're done doing stuff outside. That way you just didn't have to keep hearing that noise in the background. Do my best on that, but... Oh, one thing I wanted to mention is... It's kind of sad because the 5 main cast as family member, 4 of them are dead. Because I looked it up, like Patty Duke passed away. Of course, Jane Wyatt, who plays her mom, she passed away. And then of the 3 kids, the older daughters passed away. The son, which I recognize the kid, it's Aaron Eisenberg. He was also Lance Henriksen's son in the horror show, which actually I think came out the same year, 1989 as this. So yeah, the son in the horror show, aka House 3, he's in this. He's passed away. So out of that main 5, the only one alive is the little girl, the youngest daughter. I thought, well, that's pretty sad. But yeah, the family's moved in, and they're still trying to deal with the death of her husband, their father. They look at Amityville the lamp, and they're like, okay, this looks pretty weird. The lady who's, I want to say it was an aunt, but like the housekeeper, even she's freaked out by this thing. And like I said, the adult actors are fine, but the kids not so much. The acting's not the best. But it's the moments that make you smirk that will make or break the film for you. Like when it starts doing stuff, and yet again, it has one of those things where there's a wire, and the wire goes right into the wall, which I thought was kind of a neat effect, actually. How'd they do that? But like the Jane Wyatt's character has Spock's mom. She's got a pet bird, and one day there's the little toaster oven. They open it, and the bird is in there, dead. I'm like, that's not how you make Popeye's chicken. There's another way to do it. And then there's like no conversation about this other than I thought I swear I closed that door. Okay, Spock's mom, I understand you may be worried about that. Be worried on how the hell it got in the toaster oven. Do you think it got out, knocked on the toaster oven, open it, let me allow myself back in, and close it? And it wasn't fried or anything, so I don't know how it died just by being in there. Because it didn't look like fried up or anything. Maybe it died of boredom. I don't know. And you would think, like, before someone turns the thing on, they'd look into it. Anytime I tried something, I looked to see if there's something in there. It's, it's not really. Then the reactions of people, and again, like, you're not thinking, well, who the hell put it in here? What the hell happened? You think it opened and went in itself? It decided to end his life, I guess. He was that depressed. I don't know. Other stuff, the boy, the son goes in the basement and there's chainsaws, which I think is funny that, this old lady happens to have chainsaws in her basement. Just, I can't see her or her, uh, the housekeeper using this damn chainsaw. I can't. Maybe the idea is you pay someone, but you think if you pay someone, they would bring their chainsaw. So yeah, it's funny that this old lady has all these tools and chainsaws and stuff. But I guess maybe from her old husband, you think, well, I don't need this anymore. I'll sell it, but whatever. So the kid picks up. It's like, na 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 na, na 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 na. I don't know. I mean, I've never picked up chainsaws and went na 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 na. But of course, usually I would just say, let's go watch some TV or something. But the chainsaw starts on its own, and he can't. For some reason, he can't let it go. Maybe he's afraid. Yeah, if he lets it go somewhere. But if something's pulling on it, I would let go. But he doesn't, unless it's not letting him go. But it's like going tearing up all the shelves, and of course, Spot's mom is going, "What are you doing?" He's like, "I didn't do it." Now, a refreshing thing is his mom believes him. You know how a lot of these movies, all the mom or the dad never believes the kids. She believes her son. So that was refreshing. I appreciate that. Her being supportive. But like there's a bit where Patty Duke is reading or something, and the lamp is behind her and turns on, and Alan McBeal is like shifting closer to Patty Duke with stereo music playing. I'm like, it's a damn lamp. It's a damn anorexic tree lamp. Like, come. It's not hard to make that scary. I don't know if John Carper could make that scary. All this time, there's a priest that was part of that beginning section where he was knocked out, he was in the hospital, he's gotten better, he's looking into where this lamp went and who bought it. I'm sitting there going, why does this priest look familiar? I'm like, this guy looks so familiar. And I realize I've seen him before in a couple movies. He was a man's best friend with Ali Sheedy. He's the one who is the kind of boyfriend of Ali's character, where the dog then jumps through the door. I think there's a mirror there too, but jumps through it to attack him. He was also in the first Men in Black. He's one of the first immigration agents. You know the scene where the creature's going at him and Tommy Lee Jones shoots and all the blue stuff hits the guy in the face? He's like the first guy to get neuralized. Which he's in like all the trailers. All the trailers of Men in Black, that was a big focus of it. So, I remember seeing that trailer a lot back in the day. So I knew he looked familiar. So yeah, from the opening Men in Black. He plays the priest here. And like he tries to call, but it won't do anything. He tries to write a letter. I mean, I don't know if it's that important. I don't think writing a letter. He wants to go, but the priesthood tells him, no, you can't go. All I'm saying there, if you're willing to write a letter, just drive. Or take a plane or whatever. I don't know if a letter is really going to do any good. Like, what's it going to do? I guess maybe, hey, call me, but how you don't explain on the phone? Hey, your haunt's haunted. Get the fuck out. I'd be okay. Thank you. I'm not buying what you sound. Bye. Thank you. Fuck you. Bye. But back at the house, the spirit will glow brightly for the little girl. The little girl thinks she's talking to her dad, which it's not, of course. Makes me think a little bit of that film Making Contact, where the boy thought he was talking to this dummy and the spirit was his dad, but it wasn't. Which I haven't seen Making Contact in forever. That's a Roland Emmerich movie, but I haven't seen that in years. But yeah, other scenes, spoiler alert, there's a bit where the garbage disposal is going, uh, is not working. This guy that's come by to help out, he does the right thing where you take the piece of tape and you put it on the switch just for a safety measure. So he doesn't just stick his hand, and he does put tape there, but the ghost is a dick and still flips the switch. And he gets his hand grinded up, which is a bit decently bloody for a TV movie. I mean, that's really the only gore in the movie you want to call it gore, but it was still nasty bit of. It's not a death scene because he does survive, but still the bloodiest scene in the movie. Oh, this made me laugh. The piping goes haywire. There's this black goo, and it's sewage. So they call a plumber. So a plumber gets there. He goes under, checking the pipes. Something collapsed on him, so he's trapped. The thing opens up, and I guess that other guy's hand is in there, but it's intact. Now, you would think if it's in a garbage disposal, that hand would be cut to pieces, turned to mush. No, the hand is just like this, like the Thing from Addams Family. They killed Thing! That's where he's been. He's been hiding the pipes all along. And it falls out, and I'm sitting there going, again, wouldn't it be grinded up? And then the sewage lands on the guy's face, and he drowns from it. Oh, and the ghost is such a dick, or smart. I guess it's so smart. You think, well, they're gonna notice the guy's still there because his van is outside. Well, no, the ghost apparently, whatever the demon, can actually affect stuff outside, which leaves a lot of questions. Because the van starts driving by itself and goes down the street. And you stand there going, well, wait a minute. So it could control anything outside of the house? That leaves a lot of questions of, in the first Amityville, why the hell didn't it just pull the Lutz's car right back to where the hell it needed to go? Why didn't it do a whole... There's like 100 things it could have done. Instead, it decides to be a carjacker. So the demon's a carjacker, or a van jacker. So your demon's a carjacker, and that's not nice. That was just funny that this damn demon's a carjacker. Maybe it's going to take to a chop shop. I don't know. So like I said, there is funny stuff of that nature throughout the movie. And it's 90 minutes long, so it doesn't overstay too much of its welcome. But again, with TV production values, it doesn't have like a ton of special effects. It has as simple as you could do. Like the beginning, a chair flies by itself to someone. The death scenes, the lamp will glow, and the housekeeper, whatever, this line goes around her neck and chokes her to death. which is funny because you would think that would leave markings on her neck. And they say she clawed on the door, but the cops think it's a heart attack. Why there's no markings on the neck, I don't know. But they still think it's a heart attack because they're geniuses, apparently. Ultimately, the priest does get his ass down there and toss the Patty Duke. Pat's trying to deal with her daughter, who still believes it's her dad, and Patty Duke has a little bit of this emotional breakdown as she's hugging the kid. Yeah, for this kind of movie, the acting's not that bad from her. It really isn't. Until ultimately, again, super spoilers, you have this attic exorcism where they go into the attic and the priest is fighting with the cross and this little girl is being floated towards him very, very slowly, like this. Now, why someone doesn't try to grab her? Because there's at least 3 adults there and they're watching this. Grab her. You see she's got something. Get out of the way. Block. No, the priest just stands there and then gets stabbed in the shoulder or whatever. The arm. Like, don't let this girl float too slowly towards you. I didn't see her coming. I still not seen her coming. She's almost here. She hasn't come yet. While they're dealing with the Amityville tree. Until ultimately, the best way to do it is just throw the sumbitch out the window. Spot's mom says, I've had it with these motherfucking Vulcans in the motherfucking attic. And throws the tree, throws the alley, McBeals her ass right through the window. I guess because it gets unplugged, and then it falls, and then it hits, and it like little explosion, smashed up. I guess because the was the demon trying to get back into the house? You would think it would just stay in the house and not in the lamp, because if you stay in the house, they can't just throw away the house, but they can throw away the lamp. So you think that it would have just been in the house in the first place, but I guess this demon is as smart as I thought. I don't know. Oh, and the last scene, everything seems to be fine. The family's alive, the priest is alive. Best wishes. They're looking for their cat. The cat is by the lamp. It turns, or like, wait for it to look at the camera. There. Freeze the frame. And the eyes go red. As if the cat is possessed. And I think that's one Amityville they haven't made, is a possessed cat. Does it start a series like, do you have the possessed lamp? I think one is like a possessed clock. Another's like a dollhouse. I forget what the other one is, and it just goes on from there. I know people reference that there was the Friday the 13th TV show that kind of dealt with the same thing, where you have these possessed items that get sent to these different locations. Our main characters have to go to locations to get that possession. I don't know when the Friday the 13th TV show started, so I don't know which came first. But it is a goofy, silly movie. It's about a possessed lamp. These films don't really... You're not really going to have much in terms of gore. It's not scary in the lightest. And the least. Sadly, there's none of that great score from the original, which I love that score. The very creepy nursery rhyme. Nursery school, very creepy music that I love in the original movie. I said the original, it had that 70s look, and I really like Josh Brolin's performance, or James Brolin's performance, sorry. James Brolin's performance, I like Margot Kidder. That one that has a bit more of that mood atmosphere. This, it definitely sillier, definitely goofier. But like I said, for a movie that was made for TV, Patty Dude has some nice emotional bits. Nice to see Spot's mom in there. The priest didn't mind him. Thought the acting was decent from him. It's not going to win awards in terms of. It's funny to laugh at. And it was still somewhat entertaining, though. There's nothing in it that made me mad. And the kids weren't that great. But at the same time, maybe I'm being lenient on that because, again, four of that. I mean, if you include the priest, I think he's still alive and the little girl's still alive. But the other four, again, Patty Duke, Jane Wyatt, Aaron Eisenberg, the son, and then the older daughter, Sally, they passed away. So bit of a shame. I think this is one of the releases that Fredric Syndrome did. I can't remember. I know they released some of these films, not just in but other places. So, but I'm sure if you're out there, you can find it somewhere to watch for free. Yeah, I guess if you're in the mood. I'm sure in this franchise you do a lot worse. I'll put it that way. If you can deal with if you're ready to have fun with the silliness. But nothing I would watch again. But one time, it was entertaining enough. With that said, thanks for watching. We'll see you guys later. And don't let your demon houses carjack you or try to put your pear in the toaster oven and then the family thinks, oh, it must have got him by itself. Be aware. Later.